I've always felt that, change has to come in the mainstream cinema, because otherwise you're preaching to the already converted. So if you look at Alia Bhatt's character in Rocky or Rani Ki Prem Kahani, it's as mainstream as you can have. It's got songs, it's got lip sync songs and all of that. But the character of Alia is like very much her own person, and she makes choices and she takes decisions, which is very important. And I think that that film worked. So now, also, I think that the new girls that have come in do not only want to work as appendages of the hero. They definitely demand that they have something more substantial. And that, I think, is coming in their way. But there's a long way to go before.
But I think as actors, you're also asking the right questions. So while we worked tirelessly to create your characters, give them backstories, give them, I mean, we spent hours working on what your favorite color would be, and it was very detailed. But when an actor comes in, I remember, and Hitesh Bhatia, who's our director, was talking about this in an interview, that he was so ready to meet Shabana Azmi. He was like, I'm ready for this. Let's go. And she had already said yes to the project. And within the first...
I was bullied into saying yes because of Shibani, who's my daughter-in-law.
But I think after the first 2 questions, she just stumped him. Because he had every other answer ready. You ask him anything, he had the answers ready. And in the first 2 questions, he was like, I think we need to go back and do our homework. She asked him something really random. I can't even remember what it was. It could have been something as simple as, what hand do I write with? Or something, And he was like, what? But yes, and my point is that when you come in as actors, you are asking questions. Yeah. You want to know, what is my relationship with my husband like? But, what happened with Shankar and Varuna? And when I quit the business, why did I quit the business? And where did I live before that? And what was I doing before that? And what are the details? So when you are coming loaded with these questions and information so that you can dive deep into a character, as creators and producers, it's so much more interesting and exciting for us to have these layered characters for you to play. Because you're not supposed to just stand there and be a prop and kind of be a, just a byproduct of what is in the show. You're crucial to the show and it moving forward. So asking these questions is always really important, and that's when you know that you have actors who are really wanting to dive deep into their characters and into the part. So it's a huge win for us.
Yeah, like I've done so many characters, but I felt Varuna, and all the characters, the way they were written, there were some scenes which I had never done before. They were just simple scenes like having a fight with your husband or discussing your marriage with your friend.
Scene fighting with your husband?
No, because it's not so layered.
With Surya. But don't you think what really worked was the bonding that happened with the girls while they were working?
So this is something that I think we were concerned about, because we, this like pan-India cast and different age groups. You've not necessarily met each other or know each other that well. And there are very important scenes that you were potentially meeting each other for the first time, post the table read. How is that chemistry going to happen? How is that synergy going to happen? But knowing Shabana, I knew that she would handle it, because...
Yeah, she was great.
Yeah, she's just from the moment that you meet her, and I think it's not just like that with work, I think it's just in life. I mean, when I first met her, when I was dating Farhan, and she was, family, and I thought, oh God, what is this going to be like? But she was so warm. Her sister-in-law, Tanvi, is so warm. And so she has this ability of pulling people together. And she can make a conversation with a tree. She's just like, she can talk to anybody, anything. So I knew that was going to be the solid foundation, and it was, at times to the detriment of the show, where she would take you to her house and you'd be swimming and having a blast while Hitesh is waiting on set for you guys to get there. But what was it like for you?
See, it was, I don't know, something just happened naturally. And I face that quite a lot because of my seniority. People feel we don't know, is she going to be uppity? What is going to happen? So they sort of tread very, very carefully inside it. But for me, it is very important to get along with my co-stars, because I really do believe that acting is about reacting. And if you have co-stars who are telling the truth, then you have to just look into their eyes. Half your job is done there. I don't function in conflict. I don't function when there are bad vibes. So I'm not aware that I do it consciously, but I think it's very important because of the respect that I have for my co-actors.
No, absolutely. I think even in the, creation process and behind the scenes, it's really important to work with people that you have a synergy with. Yeah. It's really important to work with people that are aligned with your vision, that you respect, that you get along with, because you are birthing something that takes time. It takes emotional energy. It takes your physical energy, at the cost of being away from your loved ones for days on end. So you have to work with the right team. You absolutely have to. And it's the only way that it works.
Yeah, and she was like, I don't know, like a kid on the sets. I saw her joking so much with Shalini. And with me, I felt like there was a day when I had a 2-page dialogue, when I was talking about the drugs and some boring details about it. And she just, stood up and said, fantastic. And she really praised me that day. And I remember...
That's because I genuinely liked
Yeah, you did, but it was
Not to
but
just
you could have
you.
not said anything. Yeah. And I remember getting back home and calling mom and dad and saying, Shabana Azmi praised me in front of the whole unit. And no, it's such a good vibe. You just feel so appreciated for nothing else but your work, and because you respect the person so much.
Yeah, she's
But
getting
I think
teary.
the performances are really one of the strengths
cry.
of this thing. Yeah. Because all performances work. I mean, you can't pick up a single performance and say that he or she wasn't in character, and that, all the characters and all of them actually, like that, yeah. Because when it's an ensemble, then it's extremely important that behind the scenes there is a
Really have to ask
and
Yash.
it's an ensemble everywhere, right? Even behind the scenes. Yeah. When you're working with production, platform, creator, writers, you're working, you have to be able to work in an environment that is collaborative. It's so crucial to the process. And with an ensemble cast, one of the key things, and I'm not sure if as actors you're aware, but your ability to share space and hold space for other people in the environment that you're working in is so important, because there are a lot of you, and there are so many different character journeys, and there's the main plot, there's the subplot, you've got the farmer, you've got the tiffin business, you've got the housing society. There are many character arcs that we're following, but the fact that you are all accepting of we are doing this together